What's up guys, my name is TechnoTuner and today I'm bringing to you my Purrely test hands video. This deck is a lot of fun. I just wanted to show off some time and take some time to show off some combos for this deck and give a little bit more explanation on how the deck works and show you what you can do to further give you a little bit more experience with it. This is a intro beginner's basic guide for this if you're more interested into that kind of aspect. I am no pure professional of this deck, just letting you know ahead of time. So if I do make a misplay, please forgive me. I am trying to keep up and enjoy playing this deck as well. But anyways, let's hop right on into this and I'll show you guys some actual hands that we can play utilizing this deck currently. All right, so let's go ahead and see what our first hand will be. We got my friend Purrely, Purrely Happy Memory, Stray Purrely Street, another Stray Purrely Street, and another my friend Purrely. So we're going to first activate Stray Purrely Street. That's perfectly fine. Next, we're going to activate my friend Purrely, pay 500, reveal 3 Purrely cards from our deck, except my friend Purrely. We're going to go ahead and reveal 2 Sleepy and 1 Delicious Memory. We'll have it to where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a reroll. It's got a 1, so we got a Sleepy Memory. The rest gets shuffled back into the deck. Next, we'll go ahead and activate Sleepy Memory. Next time we take damage this turn, will become 0. We don't really care about that, but we're going to discard a card, especially one Purrely monster from our deck. In this case, we're going to go ahead and discard the other my friend Purrely, summon our Purrely, and then activate our Purrely effect. Excavate the top 3 cards. If you do, add 1 Purrely spell or trap among them. And I'm really hoping we whiffed. Place the rest on the bottom in any order. Oh well. But what we can still do, so this will go to the grave. Well, we can still go into this, activating this effect, sending Stray Purrely Street, and summoning 1. We'll choose 1 card in the field. We'll make Purrely unable to be destroyed. The first time this card will be destroyed by card effect, it is not destroyed. And then we'll discard this to summon a Purrely monster. We'll do Purrely, I believe. I don't think actually can I summon that. Has to be specifically Purrely. No. A Purrely monster, so we'll go into Purrely. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Purrely card from your deck to your hand. In this case, we've already went through Sleepy. Let's go. We've already went through Sleepy and Happy. Let's go ahead and get us a Delicious Memory. We'll next go ahead, use Purrely's second effect, revealing Delicious Memory. Go in to our Purrely Plump. And then we'll use Purrely effect to equip Sleepy Memory to it to go into our Noir. So we have full capability here. And it's using Exceed Summon, which can help us out greatly. This gains 300 attack and defense for each material attached to it, which helps out. Then we'll go ahead and target 2 spells and traps in the graveyards, attach them to this card as material. We can do the same with this. So we'll go ahead and attach the Happy Memory and the My Friend Purrely, and attach these to... We'll go ahead and do our Noir here. So we get additional effects. And then, since we have at least 3 spells, We cannot go into our rank up just yet, but we still have full capability of doing other things. Once per turn during the end phase, you can target one Purrely Seas monster on the field, attach one Purrely Quick Play spell from your deck or graveyard to that monster. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and attach the other Sleepy Memory to the Noir. So we get to draw 2. So we'll go ahead and draw our next 2 cards. We got a Purrely and a Call by the Grave. So right now we're kind of stuck where, unfortunately, if they are able to out it, they can. But we have no other option here as well, because their effects are not really going to help us that much. But so we're kind of just stuck here at this board state. If they can't out both these monsters, we're fine. That's perfectly fine overall. They can't target them with card effects anyways. And if they face a Purrely Seas monster we control leaves the field, because of an opponent's card, we can special one Purrely monster from our deck or graveyard. So we can get one of these 2 back and then continue our play next turn, which can help us further our plays. So we'll draw, and we get Purrely Happy Memory. So we have that for further combo next turn. Happy Memory gives us the capability of getting additional attacks equal to the amount of Purrely Happy Memory attached to it. So this can give it an additional attack. We can go into our big rank up, which is Noir. Since we'll have over 5 materials to it, let's say they didn't attack, they didn't do anything, we'll go ahead and activate Purrely Happy Memory. And then, well, first, during the end phase, we'll go ahead and attach a Quick Play spell. We'll attach a Happy Memory to the Noir, because it's not just during your end phase, it's during the end phase. Then what we can do, we'll activate Happy Memory, make this to where it cannot be destroyed by card effect, and then attach it to Noir. And then take Noir and go into our X-Purrely Noir. This is going to be a bigger card than we would think. Because we have full capability of doing a couple things, but we're going to activate my friend Purrely. Reveal 3 cards, which is going to be Pretty, Delicious, and Pretty. And then we'll choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 5. We got Pretty Memory, which can further help us out. Because we can now use Purrely Pretty Memory, send this card to the graveyard, so we'll send our Plump to the graveyard. And then send 1 card our opponent controls to the graveyard as material as well. So what we can do next is, since we have a Purrely leave not due to an opponent's card effect, we still have Noir here, which is a big beat stick during our end step, because we're going to have it to where it gains the attack by giving it a Delicious Memory, or gains 300 attack and defense for each material to it. So we can't really swing right now, but we can still do other things, such as attack up to twice, 3 times, and then during our opponent's turn we draw 2, but right now we're going to go ahead and go to end step and attach it here. So that's where I kind of did mess up. You want to go into the E-Purrely Plump instead of the Noir for that effect. It didn't really matter either way in the short run, but in the long run it does, because Plump would have given us a capability of just swinging out per game, since we had the gains 300 attack and defense for each material attached to it underneath of it. So it would have gained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 300 is 27. I put 38. You can attack 3 times, so 38 times 3. That's enough for a lethal game. You can also detach 2 and shuffle target 1 card your opponent controls or in the graveyard, place on the bottom of the deck. So that also does give you a little bit of capability there. Anyway, sorry for that misplay, but you get the point from this test hand alone that you do have that full capability of further just setting up this untargetable monster that's unaffected by your opponent's activated effects since it has 5 more materials. So, let's go ahead and take a look at our going second test hands and see what we get from there. Alright, for our going second test hand, we have Purrely Sleep Memory, Brow Huntsman of the Dark World, Call by the Grave, Nibiru, Purrely Yeep, and My Friend Purrely. So this is a really good going second hand because we have a lot of capability here. So what we can do is nib our opponent if they go over 5 summons. We have Call by if they wish to ash or prevent one of our effects. And we have capability of getting an extra card draw off of a discard. So what we're first going to do is go ahead and activate the My Friend Purrely. We're going to reveal 3 spells, which are going to be 2 Delicious, if I can find it, or 3 Purrely cards, excuse me. Yeah, it'd be 2 Delicious and 1 Stray Purrely Street. And then we'll have the normal thing where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get the Stray Purrely Street. Those are placed on the bottom. And then we'll activate the Stray Purrely Street. Go ahead and activate the Sleepy Memory, discarding the Brow. Since we're going to make it to our next turn, next battle or effect damage we take becomes 0. That's perfectly fine. But we're going to also discard 1 special summon Purrely monster from our deck. In this case, we're going to special summon Purrely. So it's going to be Purrely 1, Brow 2. Excuse me, Brow 1, Purrely 2, because I think Brow is mandatory. I may be incorrect on that, but either way, we're going to do Brow 1, Purrely 2, because we have the Ash Blossom, we don't really matter. So we draw the My Friend Purrely, or well, we're first going to look at the top 3, excuse me, which is My Friend Purrely, Purrely, and Nib. We're going to add the My Friend Purrely. And then we're going to draw 1, which is an Effect Veiler. So what do we do from here? Well, we're kind of stuck because we don't have full board capability at this point to really utilize this. But we have plenty of interaction and negation because we can set the Purrely Yeep. We have an Effect Veiler. We have a Call by the Grave. And we have a My Friend Purrely. So, where do we really go from with this? Well, we can take our Purrely monster and at least rip away into our relinquished anima and go into and basically summon it there and take it, whatever it's pointing to, and making it a bigger beater. Or we can just hold off on it, keep the Purrely monster around, go to battle, punch for 100, at least attempt to. Or just go into Typhon with the Purrely, set Call by the Grave, hold on to the Effect Veiler and the Nibiru, and then pass. Not much they can really do over the Typhon, and we could still get in for some damage, which can help us out greatly. Our next turn, we would just basically draw into another Stray Purrely Street, so we're kind of setting it where we're at, but we can still use the My Friend Purrely by paying 500, reveal 3 Purrely cards, and we can get further plays off of that. This deck is a bit of a grind game, so I will not be able to show the full capability, but you can establish many other board states. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we would do from this point of view. Well, since we have the My Friend Purrely, we're on effectively turn 4. So we somehow lived through 2 other turns. We're going to reveal 3 Purrely cards. We're just going to reveal 3 Purrely Lees, and just add the Purrely to our hand. Then we're going to normal summon the Purrely, add one Purrely card. We'll go ahead and add the Purrely Delicious Memory. We'll activate the Purrely Delicious Memory, discarding the Stray Purrely Street, and then choosing to make Typhon unable to be targeted, or excuse me, unable to be destroyed by battle for this turn until the end next turn. Then we'll discard Stray Purrely Street to summon a Purrely. Purrely effect, look at the top three. Brow, Terraforming, and a Pretty Memory. So at least we got one off of that. The rest go on to the bottom. Then we can reveal, go into, we'll reveal the Pretty Memory and the Purrely. Target it. Go into our Purrely Beauty. And then we'll go ahead and choose the Sleepy Memory with Purrely effect and place it underneath and special summon our Noir in defense position. We'll next activate this effect where let's see here. Up to this is a quick effect. So up to thrice per turn, when you activate a Purrely quick play spell, you can attach that card in the field to it as a material. So I am incorrect in that thinking. So that is my bad. But we will still utilize this overall because if I remember correctly, we can still discard a card and return 2 cards our opponent controls to their hand by discarding my friend Purrely, which is perfectly fine here. Then we can still go with the Purrely effect. Once per turn, target one effect monster opponent controls negates effects till end this turn. It has Pretty Memory. We can use it as a quick effect. We can still swing for 1,600. And then during our opponent's turn, we get an extra draw. But we're going to go ahead and utilize our Purrely Yeep. Target one Purrely Xyz monster we control. Special summon from our extra deck one Purrely Xyz monster with a different rank. Using his material to return to the extra deck during the end phase of the next turn. This is to use an Xyz summon of the summon monster. So we can either do the Noir or we can do the Happiness here. In this case, we can go directly from our Beauty into the Happiness or our Noir into the Happiness. We'll go into Noir for the Happiness because we're trying to seal out game. So we've already gotten like 2, we got a negate, 2 bounces, and then we can, let's see here. We can detach one material from this. So we'll detach Purrely from Typhon and return one monster on the field to the hand, which can further help it out as well. So we've already cleared effectively 3 monsters. And then we can go for battle, which is 29, 25, and 16, which can help us out a lot on that end state. We can also detach one material from this and negate all face-up monsters opponent currently controls. If it has level 1 as material, when an attack is declared, it doesn't have 5 or more materials, so we wouldn't be able to get that effect to inflict 15. It's perfectly fine, but we would be moving forward with the Stray Purrely Street. At the end step, equipping or placing as a material a Sleepy Memory underneath our Beauty to give us that card draw during our opponent's turns to see if we can get an extra interaction. Hopefully we could, but that's basically a idea of the combo that you can see. We do get the Brow, so it's perfectly fine because we have that for next turn, which we would draw the Purrely for our turn. But yeah, you see the full capability of what you can do here where you have more access to the plays. Let's go ahead and take a look at our final test hand going second. All right, let's go ahead and see what our final test hand is going to be. We get Stray Purrely Street for a starter, Purrely Pretty Memory, Purrely Delicious Memory, 1-for-1, My Friend Purrely. So we have no real interaction during our opponent's turn. That's perfectly fine. But we do get the Purrely as our 6th and final card. So first up, we're going to go ahead and start with that Stray Purrely Street. They cannot target our Purrely monsters we control with card effects. The turn they are special summon. Speaking of which, we'll go ahead and activate that 1-for-1. Discarding, the Purrely. If we do eat an Ash here, we do, but we're going to assume we don't. So we're going to go ahead and summon that Purrely. Purrely effect. Revealing the top 3 cards of our deck, which is going to be Nibiru, Happy Memory, and Infinite Impermanence. So we'll go ahead and grab that Happy Memory, place the rest on the bottom of the deck. Then we'll go ahead and activate My Friend Purrely. Pay 500, add 3 Purrely cards from our deck to our hand. We'll go ahead and add... We already got Happy, Pretty, and Delicious. So we'll choose 2 Sleepies and another Delicious. If I can find the other Delicious. Ah, there it is. So, we'll go ahead and roll that dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, let's see what we get. We get the Delicious Memory. Sleepy Memory is just not one to come out to play today. All right. Next, we'll go ahead and go directly into our Purrely Plump, revealing Delicious. Then, what do we do here? We can go ahead and activate Delicious Memory, and then it cannot be destroyed by card effects. We'll also choose the effect to discard a card. We won't. I don't think we'll actually choose that effect because there's a reason why. We'll go ahead and equip this because when a effect is activated, up to thrice per turn, when you activate a Purrely Quick Play spell, you can attach that card on the field to this card as material, then banish one monster on the field until the end phase. So we're going to attach this. We don't have a monster to banish, per se. And it's a can trigger, so we're not going to. But assuming it's our opponent's turn, we'll still be banishing one of theirs. We'll next go ahead and activate Happy Memory, giving us an additional attack and placing it on Plump. And then we'll discard the Pretty Memory to summon a Purrely. The Purrely can allow us to add a Purrely card, so we'll add the Purrely Sleepy Memory. And then we'll do Pretty Memory underneath Purrely to give us the Purrely Beauty. This gives us basically a quick effect negate, which can help out greatly. Next, we'll go ahead and activate Sleepy Memory, targeting Noir, or not Noir, but Plump, making it to where any battle damage we take this turn is 0. That's perfectly fine. And then we'll equip it underneath of this. We get an extra draw. So we can still rank up since we have 5 materials underneath. And go directly into our Purrely Noir. So this one makes it very interesting because now we have a negation, we have a send, we have a bounce. Well, not a bounce, but a place on the bottom. And we get a draw during our opponent's standby, but we also have the capability. We can send one other card we control to the graveyard, target one card our opponent controls, and attach it to this card as material. So what we could do is send the My Friend Purrely and do that, which can help us out greatly. It's perfectly fine. But the other thing that we do have is since this has 5 or more materials, we could attach up to 2 materials from this card, target one card our opponent controls, or in their graveyard place on bottom. But right now, this card is gaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 300, it's gaining 18. So it's at 2,900 and can attack twice. So you can swing with Purrely Noir, or X Purrely Noir twice. So 29 times 2, that is 58. Plus 16. 58 plus 16. That puts us at 74, so we're just short of OTKing our opponent, but that's perfectly fine because we do have full board capability here where we still have other options as well. But that's perfectly fine because this is still our towers. At the end step, we can do straight Purrely Street, placing another Purrely Quick Play or Purrely, yeah, one Purrely Quick Play spell from our deck or graveyard as material. We'll go ahead and place that Purrely Sleepy Memory. So we get 2 draws instead of just 1 under our towers. And we draw into the Brow and Nibiru. So if it gets too hectic, we can still go into Nibiru. And then for our next draw, we get another Brow. So we can still use My Friend Purrely, get an extra draw off of whatever we get. Or whatever we use for the discard. So we do have that full capability. And when I say that, whenever we activate a Purrely spell, we can summon out a Purrely monster, discard the Brow to get an extra card draw. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's test hands video. If you did, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I'm sorry for all this kind of wombo combo stuff. It's harder to explain in certain cases, especially for Purrely now, as I'm realizing, because it takes a lot to really go with this deck. You have to really know your triggers in and out, and this deck is very interesting and fun. Don't get me wrong. It is a great deck to play, but you still need those interactions nonetheless and need to know your timing and what you're doing, or you're going to miss out on a lot of capabilities. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Dealings, am I astray? What do you say? How are you feeling? Is it the same?